Hey everybody, Mark with Ecom Warriors. Welcome to a new YouTube video. Today I'm going to be making a video comparing and contrasting the Turbo theme product page and collection page to the Wolf of Shopify theme product page and collection page. So thank you guys for joining me in today's video. As you guys may or may not know, I talk a lot about the Wolf of Shopify theme, and I've talked a little bit about the Out of the Sandbox Turbo theme, which is this theme right here. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, which theme is right for me? And I'm actually going to show you guys what the theme is capable of in terms of the product page specifically. And why is that really important? Well, the product page is where the conversions actually occur, right? Where that person, adds the product to their cart or checks out and goes straight to the checkout and makes the payment. That's where the first step of the payment essentially kind of pathway is made. And so that's why the product page is actually very, very important. And some would argue even that the collection page is more important, but we're going to take a look at those two. Now, you guys already know what I'm going to say if you've been a long-time viewer. You know that I recommend the Wolf of Shopify theme. Not only is it cheaper, significantly cheaper, but it converts at a higher level than the Turbo theme. And you guys are going to see this kind of concept a lot within my YouTube channel. Just because something costs more doesn't mean that it's better. And I'll give you guys an example. Sometimes, for example, the brand Maserati is a car, right? A Maserati is typically not going to last as much as a Honda will, but a Maserati is significantly more expensive than a Honda. Now, some people may argue it's luxury, it's fancy, it looks nice, whatever. That's true, but in terms of functionality, doesn't really last as long as a Honda. And that's not me speaking, what I enjoy or what I prefer to drive, because honestly, I could care less what you drive. But I'm just saying, this is just a point. This is just my example, okay? So let's go ahead and break some things down. So I created two stores. And if we just go ahead and view the store, this first store is called Alphalete Remix, and this store is called One Interactive. Now, if you guys don't remember, everything's documented on the Ecom Warriors channel, where I've created these stores, and you guys could check out the playlist. And if you need help finding them, I'm happy to help you guys. Just hit me up in the comments. But this store is using the Turbo theme, and I haven't fully designed it yet, but we have enough here to take a look at how the collection pages look and actually how the products look. So we have a menu here, and One Interactive, let's go ahead and view the store here. We have enough to view here. If I click on, for example, Shop Bottoms, we have the collections page here. So as you can see, I didn't add an image here, which is optional, but so they just cut me some slack on that. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So this store here is using the the Wolf of Shopify theme. And you can get that from wolfofshopify.com. Let's see, currently, let's see how much it cost. It's a $125 theme for now. It's really $159, but I guess it's on sale. And I've said that a lot in these videos. The price does change. You guys seen it go from, I think, $100 to $125, just a whole bunch of different prices. So don't take my word for the pricing. That might always change. I really don't know. Connect with them on that. But anyways, wolfofshopify.com. You could click on this blue button here to get you to this page. It's basically the theme for $125, right? It's on sale, right? What other theme do we have here? The Turbo Portland theme is $350, and it is not on sale. So you guys see there is a significant difference on price. Okay, that's something you guys want to be aware about. Why does that matter? I tell that to people because, like I said, price doesn't reflect value. Okay, price is just, it's just price, right? It doesn't reflect value. So let's just pay attention. Now, this is the Wolf of Shopify theme used within a store, and this is the Turbo theme used within the store. So right away, what you get within the default here with the Turbo theme is you get the collection, the products, and it shows off the sizing, right? And this is not what you get right away. You just make a few settings, and I've actually shown this in the settings in my videos to get a list of the products. And I actually like this setup a little bit better because a lot of people, they can't afford to have a lot of products within their Shopify store right away. So this list method works a lot better, and it's a lot cleaner for the store, and it allows you to show more to the consumer without them having to click and make that extra click. Now, A lot of people who are entrepreneurs watching this might say, well, who cares? Why don't they just click that one button? It's one click. It's so easy to make, right? Like, it's only one click. It actually makes a difference. It makes a huge difference, and you guys will see why that is later into the explanation. But, overall, with the Wolf of Shopify theme, it's very, you can configure a lot of things. You can add filters, you can do all that. With the Alphalete, you can also add filters. So if we let's go ahead and just edit here, and let's just see the different settings that we have. So I'm going to hit Customize here, and it will take us to the customization page for the collections, okay? And we're actually going to do the same thing for the Wolf theme here. So if I just click on this and hit Customize, we're going to have the same ability. And we're going to do the side by side. So as this loads, let's just click on this drop down. Let's hit collections pages. Okay, so this is an example of a collection, the homepage collection. It's going to show all the products, and there's going to be some features. So we have a mega menu option, which is optional, like up here, which doesn't really matter, to be honest. But collection right here, first thing we have is a sidebar. With the sidebar, you can choose to remove it. So this is in terms of text, right? You can add more content. You can add a menu to the side here. You can add a menu. You can select on what menu. So if you wanted the main menu, here's the main menu. Let's go back here. We can add tag filters. So let's click on that. And we could call it, let's say, filters based on tag. And then we would have to add the tags. So we would select the product tag. So imagine if a tag was blue, red, green, gray, etc., right? So it'd be separated based on comma. Now it's not showing because I believe I haven't even added the actual tags, okay? So that's just a little update on that. So I haven't actually created tags. You can also display color swatches, which is also an availability, but that is also a tag filter feature. And like I said, the reason why it doesn't show is because there's no tags on these actual products. Does that make sense, guys? But you can do that. You can add a vendor list, which is really not important. It doesn't really matter. Tag list, text. You can add text. We already added text. And you can see here it's not exactly showing because the features, the filters, you have to almost build them yourself. Does that make sense? With with the Wolf of Shopify, it's already built for you. You just have to go into each product and tag each product. And for those who don't know how that works, it's very simple. I'll just show how that works. We go into products, and let's just wait for this to load. And we'll click on an actual product, and then we'll just tag it. So we'll type in black, and that's just a full-on tag by itself. And it's best, in my opinion, to tag with one word colors like this if you're tagging for the purpose of filters. If you're tagging for SEO, that's a completely different process on its own. But let's get back to the theme design here. You can see here, very basic, very basic. You don't have the option that Wolf has, and Wolf has a lot of options. So let's go ahead and jump into collections pages here. Okay, so this is the collection page. Obviously, this looks very familiar to what you guys are used to. And basically what this will do is you have a few options here. There's actually a lot of options. So you can choose to remove this banner. And what this up here is referred to as a breadcrumb. I'm sure you have that option here. You could do that by removing, show banner. You can remove the banner here with Alphalete, so it's the same kind of process. With Wolf, this is referred to as a breadcrumb, guys, a breadcrumb background. You can leave it. You can choose to remove it. It's up to you. The thing that I like is we have different styles for the breadcrumb. So this is the first thing that makes a difference between Wolf and Turbo that you don't have available within Turbo, which is the $350 one. They don't have these features, so I'll give you guys an example. So if we select style 1, do you guys see what we're seeing here? It's a much smaller breadcrumb, okay, banner. Let's go ahead and select style 2. While this is loading, I'll just get a drink here. And when we select style 2, you can see the difference. Let's go ahead and select style 3. And let's just go ahead and wait for it to load, because it does have to load all the way for it to make sense. Let me hit save, and I'll just reload the page, because what this will do, instead of being vertical, it will present itself in a horizontal point of view. So there you go. It will look like this. And basically what you could do here within each section is you could change the image that's showing here. And you could change the titles. And you could change the clickable buttons. And what it will do is it will play the same role that you guys have seen in Style 4. And Style 4 is what we previously had. Let's go ahead and save that and just wait for it to load. And it basically plays the same purpose, just a different look, which as a business owner, it's nice to have all these different features, because you want to get your website visitors kind of like always guessing with something new designed to the website. I found that when we try this method of testing different things frequently on our Shopify stores, it leads to generally higher conversions over time, because what we're doing is we're testing new things that works for our market. And whenever you throw a wrench in the system, it's always good. All right. Now, right under the breadcrumb, we obviously have colors that we can alter. So we can alter the text color. We can alter the color of the actual background if we were never to have an image to begin with. So if I was to, let's say, remove this image and I wanted just a background color, I could do that. I personally don't want that. Like if I was to remove, I could make it all blank. I don't want that. I think it looks cleaner and more effective with the background. So let me just reload this once again, so it can have the original features that I enjoy having. Let's just wait for that to do its thing, okay? And let's just keep scrolling here. We have the collection layout, right? So the collection layout refers to how is the layout going to be presented. In this case, it's collection sidebar. So we have a collection followed by a sidebar. Now we can also choose where that sidebar lays, and I'll show you guys that over here. It says sidebar right or sidebar left. So for example, we have a sidebar on the left here. Right? And like I said, whenever this loads, it's going to show in a vertical format. Whenever it's done loading, it will show in horizontal. Does that make sense? So never get worried. It's not a glitch or anything like that. But let's just move the filter over to the right. Here we have collection full width. So let's say we didn't want a sidebar and we just wanted the collection to fit the full width, kind of like this. We can do that also. We have collection infinity scroll. So basically what this will look like is product collection kind of like this, which is also very, very clean. And you could see how different it is compared to the Alpha Elite style here that we created with the turbo theme. This looks very, I don't want to say casual, but it's almost like what we've seen before in many other stores. If you go to a regular store built by a regular person, this is what you're going to see. No matter how good looking the store is, this is very predictable. Let's be honest. What looks better? Something like this or something like this, right? Where people can hover over and click and things like that. This is much better. It's much cleaner. It's much more effective. And in fact, so we could see it in its full glory here, I'll go ahead and save our progress. And then once this green bar loads, we'll be able to see it in its full glory. Let's go ahead and give that a second. There we go. So we have these buttons across here. You can see very, very clean setup. We have different filters. We can sort by alphabetical, price high, low, date, old and new, right? Best selling, featured. We have all features here, which obviously I can't play by those kind of features here, because once I click on this, it will pull up like this little drawer here that's scrollable through, which I think is a great effect. Something that I would do within this image here is I would upload some kind of discount or some kind of promo or something to grab people's attention. You can see this pop up, by the way. It's constantly popping images up of products that are sold, which comes free with the theme. There's no app or anything like that you need to download, which is, like I said, why I recommend the Wolf theme as opposed to other themes that cost more but can't produce as much. Okay, we have size options, we have color options, we have categories, and I didn't add categories, but you guys see what I'm saying here. There's a lot of things that you could do. Price filters, a lot of things, okay? So, for example, click on price filter here of $10 to $20. Sorry, there's no products. Why? Because the store doesn't have any products that has a price filter. Let me just go ahead and reload this so we can keep going here. So you guys kind of get the point in terms of differences for the collection page. But just for the sake of this video, for everybody to kind of understand what they're seeing here, we can switch from a list view to a grid view. Now, it's not going to make a tremendous difference in this case because it's already in grid format for the collection infinity scroll. But if we were to select a different one, right, like background modern, okay, let me go ahead and set this up and give you guys a setup kind of how it looks. Let me just save it, and everything will make sense in just a minute here. And like I said, the reason why I'm not going to be editing parts out or speeding this up is that so you guys can see what it looks like. So you have this clickable setting here that you could in the breadcrumb, but you also have this exact same feature what you had last time. What we can call this in this case is a product cabinet. I've spoke about product cabinets before. Anything that's clickable that you can switch through and see the products is referred to as a cabinet in the UX UI space. I know a lot of people don't call it that within the UX UI space. I'm just saying this for I guess you could say understanding purposes, and I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. We could do, and that's the background modern. We could do collection banner modern. So it's similar, but it will be a banner. It will say shop now, and this will be under the breadcrumb. If you wanted to get rid of this breadcrumb altogether, you can do that within the settings. So just be aware of that also. And you can see here, this is also very good because you're adding a banner to the collection page, which, like I said, is not typical to what people see. Because what you're seeing here with Alphalete is you can add that feature too to add a banner, but that banner is taking the place of the breadcrumb. Does that make sense? And this banner, it plays the same role as this right here, this photo right here. And when you add this banner, this adds a new thing entirely. Right, so a good example of how to utilize this in a realistic applications term is if you have a store and it's Black Friday, or if it's Christmas, or if you're even having a flash sale, right? You would create a collection, right? You would create a collection here through the product section, and you would create this collection, and you'd say, flash sale, 20% off on all select products. And you would select that collection right here so that when people click shop now, it will take them to that default collection where all the products have a little sale button here that shows 20% off, 20% off, 20% off. And what's going to happen is when they actually click on the product, and I'll give you guys an example of what I'm saying. Maybe this product is not a good example, but where's a better example like this? If I was to click on this product, you could see here we have a review. In your case, you would have multiple reviews, right? You would see the special offer. You would see the countdown timer. You would also see other settings that I personally didn't work on. But for example, we can add, let's see here, where are the other settings that we can add? We can add let me click on this here. All right, so this is a setting where we can add the amount sold in the last amount of hours. This is going to create more incentivization, right? And we could scroll down and kind of look at a little bit more things. So we could take a look at this product feature here. We have a certain amount of people viewing it real time. So all these different features come together and they create that conversion. Because if you remember what the first essence of this conversion was, they clicked on the product collections page that had a banner that incentivized them with a discount. Okay, they're seeing a pop-up. They're seeing people constantly buy products, right? This pop-up, you would also select that default collection because remember, in a consumer's mind, if they come and they see this pop-up of a certain product that's being sold over and over again, or a certain product in a certain group of collections, they're going to click on that collection when they see the collections page. I know I'm saying the word collection a lot. Just try to keep with me, guys, here. Just try to focus with me a little because this is where the good stuff is at, right? Imagine your customer comes to this page, okay? Maybe you send them through an Instagram ad. Maybe you send them through a Facebook ad. Maybe you send them wherever. And once they go ahead and they see the banner and they see a discount and they hit the shop now button, right? They're thinking now, okay, I could get a product here for a certain discount. They're seeing this product pop up arise over and over and over again on the bottom left. Okay, now this is typical within many stores. Many stores have this feature where they have some kind of discount that keeps coming up. But what makes it different in this case is what they're going to see. So once they click the shop now button, okay, let's see if it takes them somewhere. Once they click the shop now, they kind of should look like this, but what they're going to be seeing is a collection, right? That collection might look like, here, let me click on this button. I'll just kind of show you guys. That collection might look like this. It might be all t-shirts, whatever, okay? With this, they're going to see a little box that says sale, and I'll give you an example of what that looks like here. All products. It kind of looks like this. There was a product here that you just saw. There you go, 35% off, right? So they're seeing a discount. Now they're interested in the product. They wouldn't click on the product if they weren't interested. Imagine if they click now, okay? Now what they're seeing is a countdown timer with a certain amount of stock that's left, okay? After the amount of stock, they see 18 sold in the last 13 hours. Now things start to fire up in their minds, okay? Then they see a certain amount of visitors right now on the website. So now what it creates is a scarcity approach, okay? Not only does it create social proof, but it also creates scarcity. So when there's scarcity, there's a higher chance of getting the sale. And, people don't think that matters. Cognitive biases are very, very real. I could talk about this more in the future, but you could see here, the Alpha Elite store, if I click on a product, they don't have this kind of feature. They don't have the feature where it has a countdown timer or, a real-time visitor count or a product sold count. They don't have these kind of features. And the reason why, I don't know why they don't have them, but the reason why they're beneficial is because, like I said, they trigger these cognitive biases. That's why you want to have different features like this, okay? And if I just click edit product here, or customize, if I click on the products page right here, you could see here, there aren't features for this kind of stuff where we have countdown timers, and these are all the features here. The only thing that you could really show is like the rating, but that's standard, right? Display the star rating, which is standard. It will look something like this, right? And, just basic like description. So that's something you want to pay attention to. There's more things that you could do with a theme, and just because a theme is more expensive, as you guys can see, doesn't mean it's going to be the most beneficial either for yourself or for your clients, for the brand that you're building. Okay, so make sure you just pay attention and see what's out there for you. This is just another example of why I say Wolf is better than Turbo, even though Turbo is a $350 theme. Okay, all right, that's all I got to say for today's video. I'll talk to you guys.